1 2 1 2 1 2. What's the podcast? 1 2 1 2. What's the podcast? We are back, episode 109. DJ Jerome Bacon the third. We are back. Shout out to my man, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What's good?
And Don't Charge Abdul.
What up? What up?
What up?
Do
what
remember you can check out our past episodes on whatsapodcast.live. And you can also check us out where you're watching us right now, whatsapodcast.com. YouTube.com/whatsapodcast. Do also remember that we're moving and grooving. We're out here, episode 109. You can find us on Instagram at What's a Podcast. Instagram has been blowing up.
What's a
Shout out to
podcast
all the
IG?
followers.
That's our Instagram,
The
right?
IG. Yeah, What's a Podcast IG? Excuse me. Yeah, my bad. Other than that, though, it's been a fantastic week since we last convened together.
Yeah.
America is still very much doing America.
America is still Americaning.
Exactly. So before we get into the American activity, we have to say rest in peace to the almighty DMX. I believe the news broke a few days ago, Saturday, I believe, Friday or Saturday. And,
It was before that, wasn't it?
I think it was Saturday. Friday or Saturday,
I believe.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
man. We taped last week Wednesday. Didn't he pass away? Like they said, he was passed away Wednesday night, and then it was finally announced on Thursday.
So it had to be like Friday.
I'm not sure the specifics.
They announced it Friday.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
rest in peace, DMX.
April 9th, which
Friday.
was Friday. Yep.
So DMX, obviously, at 50 years old, he passed away.
That's young,
And
man.
The hip hop community
Yeah.
was just very heartbroken. Basketball community I saw was heartbroken. People just were very taken aback. I mean, DMX sort of made his professional debut around 25 years ago. Various songs with like Mike Geronimo, Ja Rule, Jay-Z, until his 1998 debut, the first album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, which contained such bangers as How's It Going Down, which is still a banger to this day.
Bangers.
Hell yeah.
Rough
Yeah.
Riders Anthem.
Oh. Tell me you don't get hype anytime that fucking beat comes on.
Of course.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
It's a great gym song. It's a great. I see a lot of colleges.
It's a
Play
great
it.
fight song. Like,
A lot of
you
college
put that
play it.
on, I'm ready to cut somebody's face off.
I think they showed Tyson. Tyson walked out to DMX one of his comeback fights.
Yeah, it wasn't Rough Riders Anthem.
No,
though.
it wasn't Rough Riders Anthem. It was something else.
Yeah, I can't
But
remember the name of the song.
DMX had a lot of legendary verses, features. I mean, Niggas Done Started Something is a great one for me.
Got
24
anthems.
hours, 24 hours to live with the Locks.
Banger.
But
that
he also
video
had-
was ill too.
He had
24 hours to live.
Very, very ill. He had an incredible relationship with Aaliyah. He had an incredible relationship with Jackie. Was it Jackie Chan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was
No,
it
Jet Li.
Jet
Jet Li.
Excuse me. He had an incredible relationship with Jet Li.
Is that racist? What we just did?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was.
Yeah, just mistaken.
No,
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Stop Asian hate,
Stop
guys.
Asian hate for sure.
Come on, stop playing. Jet Li, the god.
Yeah. So and X had big songs though. Party Up, whether you like it or not, is one of the biggest jock jams of all time. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Like,
For white people?
Yeah. Oh my God, they love it.
Interesting.
You cannot play it in a black club to save your life. They will look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yo, it's incredible how much white people actually loved DMX. Like,
Loved it.
he's like on that Wu-Tang type level of getting loved by white people. Like, everybody is by now seen that clip of him performing at Woodstock or something like that.
Yep.
And it's
400,000
just
people.
it's a sea of people going
Yeah.
crazy to Rough Riders Anthem.
400.
Tell me that shit does not give you chills every time you fucking see it.
Yeah.
And he's controlling the crowd, dog, like a fucking icon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Amazing.
I mean that was one of those clips that circulated for the longest. We started to see it more recently.
Yeah, like
even
a few
before
years
his
ago,
passing,
it
before
popped
his
up.
passing.
Yeah.
I just think that DMX was somebody who just had a very profound impact. His energy, he kind of shifted New York hip hop at a time when the shiny suits were very much in charge, and he just brought it back to the gutter. You know what I'm saying? I think if you see the video for "Get At Me, Dog," they shot it at the tunnel. And
Classic.
my man was there. He gave me a first-hand account.
He was
said
at the video
he
shoot.
was at the tunnel. He said
Damn.
he said the tension was so thick in there. He was like
While they were filming, or
while
just
they were
at the
filming, yeah,
tunnel?
just
Okay.
the tunnel in general, DMX.
Yeah, yeah. I've been to the
ener-
tunnel a few
The
times.
energy he was bringing. He said the
Yeah.
tension in there was so thick that just the wrong glance, the wrong move, the wrong
You
sort
might
of
get
whatever
sliced.
Oh, you gonna
could-
get sliced up?
could have
Yeah.
set the whole place off. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that everybody respected DMX. I mean, we saw everybody who he worked with. You know what I mean? We saw him even even when he misspoke, when he spoke ill of Drake and those guys, he ended up making up with them. You know what I'm saying? And I think people genuinely just were raised on his music. They were raised on his legacy. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And,
We all were, man.
So
God
rest
damn.
in peace to DMX.
Rest in peace to
You know
DMX,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Rest in
Shout
peace.
out.
Prayers to his family, his kids, his loved ones, and like us, his fans.
Absolutely.
That shit was sad, man. I could not believe it. Fucked me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I think last week, I had just told the story about Howard Homecoming 2001. And the whole time as I'm telling it, and I was like, did this really happen? Like, am I making up this story in my head? Because I
you
remember
found a video
it.
of it.
Yeah, and then somebody, Alizé, friend of the show, posted the video of that same year of DMX coming on stage, and they were like, "Yo, he can't perform anymore," and this, that, yeah, the whole story, and it all just came back to me, and I was just so excited to see that, because this whole time I'm like, why is nobody talking about it? All thousands and thousands of people were there that day with me. I've not heard anybody else talk about this story about X being told he can't perform at Howard Homecoming, and him being like, fuck that, I'm performing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would have just thought I would have heard like an encounter from one of my friends or other people who just DC in general.
You old man. You old man. That's why.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck, and I just thought that, but other people are old too. I was like,
Yeah.
well, why are the old motherfuckers talking about it? But it was just great to see that video because I remembered it so clearly.
Yeah.
And it was great to see somebody had fucking actual footage of that shit. So,
And now you have footage of it.
yeah, I sent you all the link just so
Yeah.
that, one, I wanted to make sure it was saved somewhere in case I needed to go back and go look at it. But yeah, nah, man, DMX, amazing performer. The fucking energy that dude brings to a crowd is just beyond legendary. Like, his performance is just unbelievable. The dude put on a show. He made you a fan even if you weren't.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
his energy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get those posts on the What's a Podcast Instagram so that people will be able to see it.
Yeah,
as
we
soon
should
as
post
they-
that video, that
I'm-
one clip Alizé sent out.
I'm trying to do it now. Yeah.
Did you all ever watch that reality show X had on BET, I think it was? Where
Is
he
that the one
was
when
in living
Arizona?
Yeah, he was living in Arizona, had on the blue Tims and all that.
I watched it
Nah.
a few times.
I watched the whole thing, every episode. And I think that was also, that might be knocking on 20 years ago now. I think it was like early 2000s. But it was a fucking amazing show, man. Most recently, the one dude who was actually with him there, his manager or something like that, I think his name is Ali, held a room on Clubhouse a few days ago with Nori. And, people were just coming up there to tell DMX stories. And it was a small room. It was, when I got in there, it was like 50 or 60 people. And I actually thought about getting on to go tell that story about X performing at Howard Homecoming. And I didn't. But, yeah, man, fucking DMX. That shit was sad, man. And, to think of where he came from, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really came from nothing. Like,
Yeah.
and when now I'm listening to his lyrics, I really feel the pain and the truth in his words, right? Like, I just used to just go right past it. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics and just feel like the beat and his melody. But now if you really listen to the lyrics, you can really tell he's just speaking about his pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It
so
was a lot. It was a lot with it, man. I listened to shout out to my man Neil. Neil's a friend of the show, but he
Tall
texted me.
Neil.
Yeah, yeah, tall
Okay.
Neil, and he texted me. It was like, "Yo, Hot 97 is doing like a tribute to
Mm.
DMX." You know what I mean? So it was just very, very appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Good mix. I don't know which DJ was rocking, but it wasn't Mr. C. We needed Mr. C in the mix,
Yeah, we
but it
needed
was
Mr. C
good.
for something like that.
But and Neil also got me a T-shirt, like fresh from 125th Street, and it's like a Rest in Peace DMX shirt. Has all his albums on the back. It's got a picture of him and his dog on the front. Shit is fire. I'm gonna show it to y'all when I get it.
That's
But
fire.
just everybody was just a fan of him and understood his pain and what he stood for. And we at What's a
Yeah.
Podcast are no different than anybody else. So shout out to DMX. Rest in peace to DMX. Thank you to DMX.
Thank you,
for,
DMX.
for everything.
100%.
That he
Sure.
contribute to our lives. I saw, like we talked about, so many. Redman gave it up very properly. There was an incredible performance at the Apollo. That video was just incredible. They did 4-3-2-1. So,
Speaking of which, there was also the one meme or clip going around that Jay and Beyonce had bought DMX's masters or his publishing rights and something like that, and given it to his family or something like that.
Is that
Turns
not
out-
real?
No, that was not real.
No way.
But hopefully, that I don't know what's going on with his musical situation, but it would be dope if somebody did do that. And X has a big family. It would be amazing if that whole catalog did go back to his estate and his family.
17 children.
17
I believe,
children.
is what he has,
Listen.
right? 17 children.
He was getting it in.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
One of my friends was dating DMX when she was in college. She only has nice things to say. She's like, he's the nicest person in the fucking world. Like, which I was like, exes? Really? Like, but hey, what do you know? Sometimes,
The one thing before we move on to DMX that I will, say that came to light is his relationship with Baltimore was really something that came to light. And it was even there was even like when he first did I want to say a BET event or something, it said DMX Baltimore, like he was born in Baltimore. So there was a lot.
A lot of people thought he was from there.
A lot of conflicting stories saying that he's from there. I mean, there's older people that even speak to this day like, he's from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I think there was part of the story was that he was from Yonkers but got sent to Baltimore to stay out of trouble. And that's where he sort of was just wandering the streets, picking up dogs, robbing people, you know what I'm saying, rapping, whatever the case may be. But, we're very fond of Baltimore here, so,
That's true. And I actually saw parts of that come out on Rough Riders on BET. They did a 5-part documentary on Rough Riders and the Locks and DMX and all that. And D and Y, who were the CEOs of Rough Riders, the brothers actually had a lot of business, quote unquote, in Baltimore. Yeah. And because X was getting into a lot of trouble in New York, they brought him down and he stayed in the house where they had a lot of things happening. He was there for a long time and really became part of that community or that block that he was living in. And so, yeah, you're right. There was a lot of battles and things like that. Even they said the battle with Jay-Z, which happened I believe in the Bronx, they left Baltimore to go be part of that. Like that's how much time he spent in B-more.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these shows and things like that, he was based in Baltimore and then leaving Baltimore and going to all these things.
Then coming back to Baltimore.
And then coming back to Baltimore because I mean, D and Y, who I said are the leaders of Rough Riders, they were temporarily based out of Baltimore. They had a lot of business out there. So,
allegedly,
as a lot of New Yorkers, well, this was according to them. So, it was also 25, 26 years ago. So,
right.
statute of limitations has long expired on these sort of things. Those dudes are well ingrained in the music industry and businessmen right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to DNY, man.
Yo, speaking of Baltimore, we're just gonna take a quick. If you guys look at the group chat right now,
I'm in there right now.
I'm sending the text right now. Speaking of Baltimore, this is it's such a Baltimore moment that it's in the text right now. Please take a quick
Let's
second.
see. Oh, here we go. My guy,
We're gonna
Brandon
repost it.
Scott.
It's gonna be reposted on the What's a Podcast. What's it called?
Mr. Mayor, I take Viagra that is made by Pfizer, but I won't take their COVID vaccine. Does that make sense? Yo, look at my guy's shape up though. He's the illest. Brandon Scott, we salute you, brother.
So mind you, the caption says "just saying ... Now, What's a Podcast? By the time you hear this, it'll be on our Instagram story. So check our Instagram stories.
This might be our cover art.
Relate to. Oh my God.
This
That
might
would be
be
amazing.
This might be our cover art for this episode.
This is our cover art. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, there you go.
There you go.
So as we're talking about rest in peace, DMX, we want to give, unfortunately, another rest in peace to Daunte Wright, 20-year-old black man from Minneapolis who was killed by former police officer. She submitted her resignation was so whack it was 2 sentences, right? And this is the case that is setting Minneapolis on fire again. Basically, she's claiming that she was supposed to reach for her taser, but instead she shot him with her gun.
What a dumb fuck.
I believe she shot him. He got back in the car. Was that it? Was that it?
He was in the car. She shot him, and he started speeding off. Like
And he
I guess his
crashed.
foot must have been on the pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So if you look at our Instagram story right now, we posted an image from Representative Maxine Waters.
Mhm.
She's holding up the gun and the taser,
Yep.
comparing the size of them, and basically just through a lot of different firsthand accounts, people are saying that the weight and the shape of the taser is completely different than the weight and the shape
Yeah.
of the gun, and for her to be a 26-year-old veteran,
26-year-old veteran.
if her instinct should have automatically known that it was a gun.
Well,
and
dude,
not-
if you can't tell the difference between a fucking taser and a gun, then they should make tasers not look like guns.
they don't look alike at all, though.
It doesn't look like a gun, really.
They don't look alike at all. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a gun. So I think what they're probably saying was like, yo, fam,
That story just doesn't add up
if you're 26 years on the
in the
thing,
game. Yeah.
and your dominant hand is supposed to be where the taser is anyway.
Right.
So why is your gun on your dominant hand? Right. And so she had the gun on her dominant hand, and it didn't automatically register to her that this is a taser until after she shot the gun. And so I believe she resigned and was charged with second-degree manslaughter,
Yeah.
which is whack. The chief of police of that particular part of town, it's called Brooklyn Center, I believe, he resigned. They had a protest. They called for a curfew when they found out there was a protest. The protest also coincided with the first night of Ramadan. So what they were trying to, so then they asked the chief of police, like, "Hey, are you going to arrest people who are out for Ramadan?" At the time, he said he wasn't sure, but they didn't. They outlawed using some type of force against the protesters, and 15 minutes later, they went and used all types of force against against the protesters. So
Unbelievable.
Minneapolis is super, it's going down out there. Obviously, the Derek Chauvin trial is still going on. Both, I want to say the NBA, baseball, and maybe hockey all postponed their game that they had scheduled for, what is it today? So it must have been Monday or Tuesday night. They all were just like, yo, we can't do this tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
I saw the message from the Timberwolves, and their post was dope, man. It was just like we're postponing all social media or anything that we have to do about the team. Justice for Daunte Wright, like
Amazing.
clear, precise, to the point. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just fucked up, man. There's so much going on in the country.
It's fucked up that this fucking dumb police officer, and this wasn't even like a tense situation. Like, it wasn't even a high danger, high stress situation.
Like, she didn't even need to use a taser.
And this stupid bitch pulls out, like, confuses her gun for a taser. Like, what would you do if it was like a real, like you were really out there about to encounter some shit with some bad people? Like, what the hell would you have done at that point? Like something as simple as somebody getting pulled over and you're ready to pull out a gun or a taser and try to attack them with that. This is so fucking unfortunate, man. And to think about all the people that stormed our Capitol on January 6th, and not one of them felt this sort of wrath from fucking these bitch ass police officers, right?
Yeah.
And here's a little kid, a 20-year-old kid. He's a child. You can see it in his face. He's a fucking kid. He was scared. And you shot that man. You
Yeah.
shot that child. Took his life.
Crazy.
His father.
It's fucked up.
He's a father. You know what was fucked up about his situation was that he initially was arrested for smoking a joint.
Yep.
When he was arrested, I guess he got a court summons
Yep.
and
A
he
fine.
wasn't- He got a fine, but he didn't know about it because they sent the summons to the wrong address.
Another
So
fuck
not
up
even
of the
not even
government.
his fault.
Not even his fault, which then created the warrant, which
Right.
then, you know what I'm saying, it made the interaction longer than it should have been. But
Right.
it's 1,000,000% their fault.
Yeah.
Now, we're also still dealing with the Karan Nazario situation. Karan Nazario is a black and Latino Army officer.
Oh,
That's crazy.
And
in Virginia,
This
right?
happened in Windsor, Virginia. I'm not sure
Crazy.
where Windsor, Virginia.
It's down
Where
there by
is
like
Windsor?
Newport. It's down there, down south by the Virginia
Oh,
Beach.
it's okay.
Like,
So it's
not-
racist part of town.
Not
Fuck
close,
yes.
like an hour away from Virginia Beach. I think.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Anything in that part of town, you don't want
Yeah.
no parts of it. You don't want no part. There's two towns on the North Carolina Virginia border. They only make their money by giving people tickets.
Yeah.
Right. It is the scariest shit. They pretty much tell you if you're black, don't be on the road.
Yeah.
Don't be on the road at night. Right. So I remember I was all of 21 maybe, and I was in Charlotte visiting my family. And they're like, yo, how long does it take to get back to Hampton? I'm like, yo, it's like 3-4 hours.
Oh,
They were
you
like,
staying the night?
They were like, you have to be gone by 12. They're like, you have to be gone by 12 just because, I forget what time of year it was, but it must have been the time when the sun was going down early. And yeah, man, I mean, I think by 12 we were out of the car and I got 2 tickets. I got 2 tickets for speeding for going 40 and a 35.
Wow.
God damn.
Didn't say a word to them.
Yeah.
Just said, yes, sir, thank you. That, yes, sir, thank you. And I remember leaving. And I was like, he's going to try to give me another ticket. And I literally sat there, 2 hands on the wheel, 30 miles an hour, and just crept. Didn't say a word. Didn't turn the music up
on.
loud.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like it might have taken me another hour to get back to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Because it's right on the border of North Carolina. So this Karan Nazario situation in which, you know what I'm saying, he got pepper sprayed, he was pushed to the ground.
He
Mind you,
was
this happened.
completely disrespectful.
And I mean, he was like, I'm serving this country. I'm in fucking uniform.
This
It's
happened
some
in
bitch
December.
ass cops, man.
It happened in December, and I believe he told the police officer, "I'm scared to get out the car."
Well,
He said, "You should."
they pulled him over down the street, and he ended up driving to like a well lit gas station because
Yeah.
he was like, I'm scared. Like,
Right.
I'm a black
Yeah.
man. I'm scared to get pulled over, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go where I feel safe. And he's
Yeah.
in uniform. Like,
Yeah.
come on, yo.
And I believe there was a comment about Ride the Lightning.
I don't know what that
And
means.
Ride the Lightning has a connotation or a relationship to basically you getting tased until you can't. Basically, you get killed. Like we're just gonna like fill you up.
That's like electric chair or something like
Basically,
that.
yeah, for sure.
God
So
damn.
that supposedly is really what one of the officers. That's what contributed to one of the officers being fired. One of them is fired and one isn't. And so like again, man, America. You got to just sort of
This
you
is
gotta
some
just take
bullshit,
things
man.
one day at a time and pray. Yeah, some bullshit.
It's
I
some real
really
bullshit.
At the end of the day, man, we're dealing with these crimes against black people. We're obviously dealing with these Stop Asian Hate. This has been going on for a while. the immigration situation is kind of the worst that it's been in a long time as well, in terms of sending like kids by themselves, unaccompanied minors is what they're calling them, are
Yeah.
Shit's
showing up
crazy, man.
are coming up to the border in droves. And like I think white supremacy is just rearing its ugly head right now, and
Yep.
all of these problems are a result of white supremacy, right? We're looking at just things coming to a full head in 2021. We're still with coronavirus and the pandemic and states trying to open. You've got real ill problems going on, and so what we need to do, obviously, is band together. I've been listening to a little bit of Farrakhan lately, and it's very real. You know what I'm saying? That some of the ministers' teachings are, if you sit back and look at them, it's controversial, but there's some action that is going to need to take place. So be safe out
100%.
there, be smart out there, control what you can control. I'm not saying live in fear. I would never say live in that, but just be smart. Be smart about where you go, who you go places with. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up, all that kind of good stuff. So.
Yeah, and also in regards to what you brought up earlier about Asian people getting targeted and beat up, just also be safe with that. Don't let your old elders go out by themselves. Stand together in a crowd, like what I'm saying. Be with other people. Like it's dangerous. Even in New York City, man, we're seeing people trying to get thrown off the subway platforms onto
shit's
oncoming
crazy.
trains. Like it's getting
Yeah.
fucking
People be
crazy.
wildin'.
And so just do your best to not walk around by yourself. If where was this? There's just some news report came out. Some 70-year-old Spanish lady got mistaken for being Asian and got beat the fuck up.
California, I just saw that. I just read that
It's
before we started
fucking
tonight.
crazy. They just
That's
said a whole
stupid.
bunch of Asian insults and said a whole bunch of curse words and fucking just beat up this poor woman. And of course, she's not even Asian, but that's besides
Doesn't matter.
the point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's besides the point. But just be safe out there, man. Carry some protection. Fuck some people up. Just don't take that shit standing down. Like, fight back. Either way, fight back.
Yeah.
Fight the powers that be. That's the name of this episode. Fight the power. Okay?
Yeah, man.
With the
fight back every time. Every time you got to fight back.
Yeah,
Don't
and
let
if
these
you,
motherfuckers get
if
over
you
it.
see somebody doing some bitch shit like that, then
Yeah, you got to
get
step
involved.
in. You got to step in.
dog.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
So, Fight the Power, episode 109. On top of the DMX, or in addition to the DMX passing, there was an artist who actually was giving DMX his flowers and some positive words. That artist was Black Rob. Black Rob is in the hospital. Black Rob, I believe, apparently he's homeless right now, and the condition that Black Rob is not good at all.
That shit fucked me up, bro.
He looks.
Yeah, that
he
shit was a
looks-
fucked up video
He
to
looks
watch.
like he's in despair. He just looks like he's in a bad position.
Black Rob might be one of the illest
He's
out there.
he's definitely in a bad position.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what is very heartbreaking about the Black Rob situation is the same day that the Black Rob video sort of surfaced, Diddy actually dropped some sort of contract to corporate America,
Right.
where he doesn't want corporate America to continue to steal from the black creatives and all this kind of stuff. Right? Okay, cool. But we know
Perfect.
that it's been documented by almost every artist that has signed
Yep.
to Bad Boy that they've been fucked over by Diddy. So
Yeah, you're getting jerked.
if he
for sure.
wants to live his own words, right? Give Black Rob his masters and fuck the masters. Give Black Rob, take care of his medical bills. Set him
Help
up
out
to live
Black Rob. He
set
made you
him
a
up
lot
to
of
live
money,
in a
man.
place. Yeah, Puff. Like I personally have not been a Diddy fan for a while. I don't know if I ever really followed him on social media because I just felt like he was the
I don't
biggest
follow him either.
hypocrite of all
Yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
All this shit that he says or other even people like him say, it's only when it's serving them. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit is when it suits and it's better for their pockets. But he did the same shit when I think he got some award recently and went on stage and was like, yeah, the black creators should get compensated more. Great message. However, coming from you after you've fucked over each one of your artists, son, come on. Like, it just does not even come out right. You know what I mean? And this is the same thing now. Now he's a media puff, and he's got Revolt TV, which is a great network. I watch it all the time. But for you to be complaining about advertising dollars, and whilst you do make a valid point, there should be more advertising dollars coming to black companies, and because they're actually benefiting from the black consumer. So they should be getting a lot of the advertising dollars should go to black companies. However, it just comes across as so phony when you have fucked over so many people, and now you're talking about other people fucking you over.
Yeah, I mean, again, man, Puff is not somebody. I'm surprised that anybody can look up to Puff at this point in time. Like, we're all adults, and we kind of really know what it is with him.
Yeah.
And so when I see people repost his images or, just to show support of his in any way, shape, or form, I'm just kind of like, you got to be kidding me.
You don't get it, yeah.
The biggest, we're talking about Puff. It's funny you speak about Revolt TV because the only thing Revolt TV has going great for it,
Drink Champs?
Drink Champs.
Yeah, Drink Champs is great.
Drink Champs
Yeah.
is fucking amazing.
Drink Champs is great.
Like,
Drink Champs is great.
I don't know if you guys saw the last Drink Champs episode with Skills.
No,
Master
not yet.
Nah, I didn't
Skills.
see that one yet.
Oh, it's good.
Skills is good?
It's
oh,
good.
okay.
I mean, Skills keeps it fucking real.
All right,
Very
I'm gonna listen to that on my
Yeah,
run
he keeps it
tomorrow.
all the way real.
You kind of got to watch it, though, especially the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
Like, you listen to it all, but the last 20 minutes bring his whole story together. Yo, shit's amazing. It's
The
amazing.
Cameron episode was a classic.
Cam was great.
I already
Cam was
knew
fire.
that was going to be a classic from the second I saw the announcement. Like, Cam on anything audio or visual is going to be legendary.
Yeah, but
like, without a doubt.
He got Drake coming up. That's going if
No, he doesn't. Does
yes,
he really?
does. Yes,
Drink
he
Champs
does.
got Drake coming up?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Oh,
he
okay.
gonna air some of that Pusha T shit out for sure.
I can't wait. We're Team Pusha, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a Drake hive?
I'm not
Eddie?
even. I don't think I'm.
You're not in the
either.
game? You're not in
Nah.
the game? I mean, if you had to pick one, pick one.
As far as like what music I like better,
Nah, just pick one. Whatever. It doesn't. You can have whatever reason you choose
I mean,
to,
I
for
don't
it to
really.
be.
I don't really fuck with either one of them. Like
I-
super. I rather fuck with. I rather listen to Drake's music than Pusha's music. Though.
Okay, so you're Team Drake then. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Rome, how about you?
I can't pick only because the professional,
I mean, I feel like
the DJ, I got
Jerome
to
plays more Drake records. Yeah.
But
Okay,
but in my personal time,
Yeah.
I'll push him.
okay.
So,
I'm with Pusha. I'm riding with Pusha on this one. I also think Pusha won that battle.
I think Pusha won the battle too.
I don't think the battle was finished.
The battle was finished. It was one song to one song, right?
I don't believe
Nah.
that Drake had some record that was ready to kill.
Nah,
Pusha T's
there was
career.
there was no coming back from that.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Nah,
I
we'll
don't know.
never know because he never put it out.
I believe
he couldn't.
I
He
believe he
couldn't.
may have shit that
Nah,
who
nah.
knows?
That Push ended that battle
Listen,
with such force
Listen.
and severity. And we're not trying to bring up old shit,
Nah,
but
not
we're
at
going to
all.
bring up some old shit.
but when he said you are hiding a child,
Oof,
that was
come on.
it.
You
Yeah.
can't come back from
And
that.
when he did it,
And
and then the real
especially
life,
because it was true.
was
He
true.
was.
and then the real life ramifications of when the Adidas line
Adidas
got
deal went
deaded
away. Yeah.
because of that. I heard it was 60 million, right? Something
God
crazy like that,
damn.
Yeah.
right? So for me, that Pusha,
Yeah.
he was
It worked.
He was calm. He was in control. It wasn't super ugly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It was like, I'm just gonna feed you this nice and easy, line for line, and things went crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So nevertheless, it'll make for great TV,
Yeah.
especially if Nori gets drunk. Like if Nori gets
What about
really
if
drunk,
Drake gets drunk? That would be even better.
it'll be interesting. I don't think his team's gonna let him get drunk though.
Right.
I
But
don't
it's
think
got to
so
be
either.
like a 3-hour joint, like minimum. I need that to be like,
I think Cam
it can't be
was
like, Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it was
Yeah.
great. But I
It
feel
just all
like
depends on how they vibe, though.
it can't be Drake's team can't step in and be like, no, hour 15 minutes,
Yeah.
like it can't be like
His
that.
team can't be there like that.
Nah, it can't be that. Yeah, it
Nah.
needs to be like the 3-hour shot. Like
But
let's
I think,
just
I
do the
think
whole
they
thing.
know. I hope that they know that 3 hours is like necessary.
Yeah, it's
Because
necessary.
People want to hear his whole story. Yes, they want to get to Pusha, and that
Yeah.
will take up a significant amount of time, I'm sure. But there's other things people want
Of
to
course.
hear. You know what
I'm
I mean?
interested in Drake's whole story. Like
Right.
I've never heard it in an uncensored format before, right? Like, I think he's done a few interviews with like the Zayn Lows and fucks like that, but who are these people, right? Like these have all been like somewhat scripted interviews.
Yeah, like he's picking who interviews him.
Yeah, like he's even picking the questions that you're gonna ask me,
Right.
right? Like, but I need it to be in an uncensored format, like a Drink Champs.
Yeah, like Push is
And
like right
I
off
hope,
the hip.
yeah, I hope Nori comes correct too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and doesn't be like fall for what his Drake's team has lined up, because that's gonna happen too. His team's gonna be like, yo, these are gonna be the questions you need to ask. And
I don't think Nori's going for that.
I hope not. But Nori's also got to play the game too, right?
Yeah,
It's
he'd be drunk though, so he's gonna go.
Yeah. He's
I
also now a
think
journalist, and he's got
the
to play
only
that
thing-
media role.
The only thing that I think they did it in L.A. I don't think they did it in Miami.
Oh yeah, Drake's gonna have you come to him.
Which kind of changes
like-
the dynamic
Changes
a little
thing,
bit.
right?
Because when you're on Nori's turf, you got 600 niggas that
Yeah.
off camera,
smoking weed, pouring
Yeah.
drinks.
weed
Yeah,
and doing whatever. You know,
Yeah.
if you're in Delilah, because I think they did it in his spot, Delilah. In LA,
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be. But
Well,
think
I hope Nori brought the energy with him. He needs them 600 dudes
yeah,
with him.
yeah, but I think that Drake realizes that if he sort of tries to twist this in any behavior that doesn't keep it real, that it's more so a loss for Drake.
Oh, that's gonna
right?
fuck him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, his authenticity is out the window if this is your shot to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he really cares about that.
But
You'd be
Drake
surprised
also
with Drake though.
You're
Drake
probably right.
has a very interesting story because he comes from a city that's relatively unknown for when it comes to hip hop, right? I mean, other than Cardinal Official, there's not a lot of names in hip hop that we might be too familiar with
Maybe
from Toronto, right?
Socrates.
Socrates, yeah, but not a lot of people know who that is.
Yeah.
But so I am interested to learn more about Drake and the shit he came up on and who was he checking for. Like, it's just been a story and questions that we've never heard Drake answer before. So
Plus, again,
I'm excited
with-
for it.
yeah.
I didn't know this
Nori's-
was happening.
Yeah, with Nori's style of interviewing,
Yeah,
he seems to always get because he got skills to speak about a couple things that he swore he wasn't going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Cam let a lot out.
but
know
you
what
see,
I'm saying?
Cam wasn't drinking though.
Right,
Cam
right.
was like, nah.
He was like, I'm gonna take this shit to go.
But Cam
No.
knew though. But Cam
Yeah,
knew.
yeah,
Like,
Cam knew.
Cam like, yo, if I sit up here and get right, like I'm gonna light
Yeah.
all this shit on fire. And Cam
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
told they got Petey Crack.
He kind of
on
lit
the
it on
thing.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Episode 109, What's the podcast? Fight the Power. So obviously we've covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yo, we got to go back to the Baltimore DC food cook-off situation. We got a lot of comments, people suggesting that we be the guests and the hosts of this competition. That if it does happen, so Mayor Bowser, Mayor Scott, respectfully look for What's a Podcast. We're ready to host this challenge. I'm Team B More over here. Always, even though I think we will lose, I'm going to go ahead and say I am still Team Baltimore.
Jerome's on Team Baltimore.
Jerome
he's
is
from DC.
Yeah. He's Team B More. He thinks B More would take the food competition.
I do think Baltimore would win. I'm from Mesa, Arizona. I think.
At this point, you've lived in DC
yeah,
as
you-
long as it
20
makes Arizona,
20
buddy.
You've been in.
Abdul, where are
DC
you
for-
from?
I'm from Baltimore County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mesa, Arizona. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also wear a Nationals hat all the time. Does that count for something?
I think you did support Jung. I think you'd rather support Jung.
No. I've been wearing the Nationals hat way before Jug.
Even so,
Respectfully.
I mean, he went to the
respectfully,
fucking World Series.
Yeah,
because he knew
I
somebody there. If you look at the caption on his complete, he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I got the jersey and the hat. Let's go.
Yo,
Yeah.
he had a fucking baseball jersey on top of a polo jacket. Like
That's true. That's true. I
Yeah,
did.
he just
I
got
did.
that jersey.
Yeah, I did go
20
to the
minutes
World
before.
Series. I did go to the World Series.
He
Yes.
went to the team store right before. Bought
Yeah,
the
got it.
jacket,
I got it personalized too.
got it
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck it. If I'm not gonna buy this ticket, I'll buy this jersey."
Yeah, right. Put it on top. Yo, listen, what's the podcast,
Yeah.
listeners? It'll be in our Instagram story. There's
Yeah.
a picture of Abdul with his band with a jersey on.
That's my cousin Tariq I was talking
Okay.
about earlier.
on top
Eddie.
on top of his jacket, which
Yeah.
is it's just an incredible
Yeah.
photo.
It was
And
a
the
little bit
caption-
chilly.
And I believe the caption was like, "I don't really know what's going on here, but you know, my."
I'm
cousin
at a
tried to look
baseball
at-"
game. I don't know what the hell's going
Yeah.
on. But it's the World Series.
But I'm lit right now.
Yeah. But so we're ready to host this competition if it does happen in between the Baltimore Washington cook-off or what is it? What is it? The restaurant the food off is I think what we're gonna go for. If this does happen, Mayor Bowser, Mayor Scott, our PR team is gonna DM you guys and get some details and maybe we can set something up because I think this is great. This will be great for the both cities, man. Bring some unity amongst the DMV.
Some unity amongst the community.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom.
So yeah, have us host. You know what I'm saying? Come through. We'll make it work. Shout out to Baltimore and DC always.
Always. Shout
you
out to
know
the
what I mean?
Paradox.
Yeah, for sure. So big weekend sneakers. You know, there's been a lot of activity. Obviously, I believe yesterday was the anniversary of like Kobe Bryant scoring 60 points in his last game.
Yes.
Nike
April 13th,
went ahead-
2016.
Nike went ahead and shock dropped something on sneakers. I believe around
The Grinch.
the Grinch around 1 p.m. My brother's like, "Yo, get on sneaker." I was taking a
It's
shower.
too late. By the time your brother tells you that,
Right.
you already know like it's over.
It's over.
Right?
Um,
Did he get it?
Nah, he's like, I took a quick L, but he was like, everybody took an L. I don't know if anybody who got it. So, but you know, there was also the news of Nike in this sort of refurbishing program.
The fuck is that?
So basically, if
You send him your old sneakers?
yeah, like
Like recently, shoes that have been returned or barely used, they're gonna fix them up. They're gonna clean them up, and they're gonna start this refurbished program where they're gonna start it in 15 states at stores, and you'll be able to go there and go buy a pair of barely used sneakers.
So
You know,
did
they actually already had a program like this already called Rescue, and it was not a Nike-based program, but it was some company called Rescue, RESKU, and they were actually endorsed by Nike, but they were selling Nike sneakers that had been recently returned, or you know, sometimes we see a lot of return stuff show up at the outlets. Now they're going to try to make it into like an actual market where they're going to try to resell them, and you know, so we'll see how that goes. I think it's a great idea.
yeah, Nike.
You know,
Nike,
especially if they mark the prices down, and you know, it's just another way for consumers to get some sort of product that might not be on the shelves anymore. You know what I mean? So
you've
why
got
not?
Nike Refurbished and Nike Grind. So Nike Refurbished is basically within a 60-day window of shoes being purchased.
Yeah.
Shoes that are like new, a couple of wears or gently worn as close as new to possible, can be returned.
They're about to get all my vapor flies that I return on the 59th day after running in them.
within 60 days. Okay. Returned items that don't make it to the shelf will become part of the Nike Grind program, which destroys merchandise so it can be used to make things like rubber flooring, outdoor courts, and other
Oh.
shoes.
Sustainability.
Yeah. Did you know that 50% of everything ordered on Nike.com gets sent back?
50?
50?
50% of all sneakers. This is
Damn.
according to sneakernews.com. It says that 50% of all sneakers that are ordered on Nike.com get returned.
Damn.
Damn, that's when they know the resale is not hitting for shit. Fuck it, I'm
That-
sending it back.
That or they just you can't
Sizing is off.
You can't try shit on nowhere anymore. So
Yeah.
it's like you get it.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
that's
like
true.
how it looks. Whatever. This is the problem that we talked about a few episodes ago when they're trying to go straight direct to consumer.
Yep.
This is gonna happen, and they're offering full refunds. So
Yeah,
y'all ain't
they
getting
have
no
to.
money. Yeah.
And they lose money on shipping because now you're getting it shipped twice because the shipping is free for me to send the shit back.
That's
true.
true.
So you have to pay the shipping company twice.
Now, speaking outside of Nike,
They're still making money though.
Oh, 100%.
Speaking outside of Nike, one of the most highly desired and cherished basketball ads of all time was by Nike. It's like 2001. They took a bunch of street ball players,
Yep.
mixed them with a couple pros.
Pros. I think Vince Carter was in there. Rasheed Wallace was in there.
Bobito, a whole bunch of people.
Bobito
Jason
was in the
Williams.
original one?
I believe he was in the original
Okay.
one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to earlier this week, Amy Leon DeRay drops a commercial on their Instagram.
Is that how you say the name?
Yeah, that's how you say it, Amy
Okay.
Leon DeRay.
Okay.
They drop a new commercial on their Instagram for their New Balance campaign, both the sneakers and the gear.
Yep.
Shit is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
This
great.
shit is phenomenal.
I got happy watching it. I can't
Yes.
even front.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
back
yeah.
in college,
And
for sure.
Bobito's also in it. That kid
Jason
from
Williams.
And One, White Chalk. No, not from And One. From the white boy from Sacramento, right?
Yeah,
Jason-
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. White Chocolate. He's in it.
Yep.
Somebody else, another recognizable face, is also in it. Anyway, go watch it, man. That shit was fire. I liked it. It was and, you know, you bring up ALD and their creative director and owner actually just got a new gig as well. He's now the creative director of New Balance, made in USA.
Starting
as well.
in
That's-
2022.
Yeah, he just got a
Who's
new
that?
role. Teddy
Teddy
Santis.
Santis. Yeah. So what I also found very dope, and again, there's a New York Knicks legend by the name of Charles Oakley.
Oh,
He's in-
yeah.
He's in the commercial as well.
He's got the gray hair and everything.
What I was interested in is that they shot Charles Oakley. I thought they would have shot it in front of Scar's Pizza, but they shot his part in front of Joe's Pizza. And you know what I'm saying? I was just like kind of hoping it would have been Scar's. I'd have been like it would have been too perfect.
Yeah.
It would have been too perfect. It was in front of Scar's.
Yes,
you know what I
yes,
mean?
yes,
So,
yes.
but-
I've never heard of Joe's Pizza. Is that a legendary New York
yeah,
spot?
I think it's on the Lower East Side. Like
Okay.
it's a spot for sure.
Shout out to Scars.
Yeah, but so you know so the AOD thing is they had a spot in Little Italy 4 years ago maybe.
Yep.
And so I went every time I was down in that part of town. It's like right by Noah, like kind of down
Yep.
there, right? And so they used to have the basketball jerseys were on the racks, but they were only there for decoration. So I tried to buy the basketball jersey because they had a campaign called Be Like Mike, where they had all this Michael Jordan inspired stuff, T-shirts that say "Be Like Mike." I still have them, and they didn't like the dudes. They were like, "Yo, we can't even sell this basketball jersey to you because so many people are asking, but like they're not getting back to us on if we can actually sell them."
Mm-hmm.
So I promise you that once that stuff comes out, I think it comes out this Friday. Those little mesh jerseys might be like $50-$75, and they'll be the first jerseys to sell out.
They're gonna be like $200.
They're
probably.
ALD jerseys
Yeah,
or
if you
New
watch-
Balance ALD jerseys.
Yeah, New Balance ALD jerseys. But back then they were just ALD.
Right.
You know, you just buy some jerseys wholesale.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I just find it ill how they didn't even know how much to sell them for like 4 years ago, and now they're gonna be first thing sold out.
Yeah.
Like Eddie said, maybe $200.
Yeah, they're gonna be like 200.
And they'll go
I like
crazy.
what they've done with New Balance so far, man. Like I don't think they've really missed anything. Like even like the 550s have made that shoe a nice shoe. Like they make it very wearable and they put their spin on it. It's
Yeah,
a
I fuck
dope
with it.
shoe to begin with.
Yeah.
But
I
they
like that
brought
black
it-
and silver pair that Eddie has.
Yeah, fire.
That's a
I
dope
think
pair.
they brought that 550 to people's consciousness.
Yeah, of course.
And now everybody wants the
they
550.
did their
you know what I'm
job.
saying?
Yeah, they did what they were supposed to.
I mean, it got my man the position as director
Sure.
of Made in USA.
Yep.
You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
And
Yeah.
I think these companies are starting to say we need somebody who's in their late 30s, early 40s to spearhead, us until the next 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen it at so many companies now. Obviously Louis Vuitton. We see it with Curbito. He's over at
Reebok, right?
Reebok. Jerry Lorenzo's at Nike. I'm sorry, he's at
Adidas.
Yeah.
I think I just saw Heron Preston. He's at a spot now.
Calvin
So-
Klein.
Calvin Klein. So
Yeah.
Damn.
you're seeing all these people that are just like streetwear 10, 15 years ago, and now they're becoming leaders of the next sort of the next
Yeah.
run.
I was talking to a friend of ours. I don't know if he wants me to say his name about this, but he was saying he had hoped that they would have chosen somebody from the DC area to hold that creative director position just because of what DC has done for the brand. The DMV in general has done for the brand.
You talking about for New Balance?
Yeah, for New Balance. And while I think that would have been great, I think these positions also they're also giving you this position because of who you are and not just simply because of what you can do creatively, right? Like
For sure.
Teddy Santis has become sort of like a household name in this community. You know what I mean? When it comes to sneakers and because of his brand. And I don't know if somebody from DC necessarily has all of those credentials where your name alone can carry weight in this like fashion quote unquote world. So while it would have been great to have somebody from this area get this recognition, I think these companies also want to get somebody whose name carries a lot of weight too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
they have to.
that's part of the selling of this position to the public. Like,
Well, no disrespect to your man, but that's just a very selfish take on things, right? Like Teddy Santis is a proven name in men's fashion, right? Like ALD wins, you know, and all the other people that are in his position in other countries, they all are proven names in fashion, right?
Yeah.
So they're not really tripping off of like what your hometown did so much as like, what are you doing in terms of creating sales? Like these companies are successful. You know what I
they're
mean?
doing numbers.
Yeah,
You know what?
doing numbers.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. Also, I think that time of where New Balance as a company recognized the DMV for historically what they did for the company. I think those days might be gone, man. Like everybody from that regime is probably retired or no longer with the company, and all these new kids now, like they're like, DMV, what the fuck y'all talking about? New Balance is popping because of ALD, because of fucking this brand
Just
or Kith
everything
or
else.
this, that, else.
Everything.
You know what I mean?
Everything.
Like, who the fuck is DC? Like, what do they got to do with New Balance?
I
Like,
just think DC
nobody's even thinking about that
Yeah,
anymore.
DC just needs a proven fashion line to just ascend to the heights of an ALD or whomever the case may be, and at that point, the recognition will then place somebody in a position to lead another company. You know what I'm saying? No knock on DC, but fam, like you said, like that's a different time. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Though.
We'll see what happens, man. DC, we got to get some more fashion lines out here. The museum's about to get one. Like, museum got a Fila collab coming, which I like a lot. I liked it a lot. I'm just patiently waiting for Mo and Greg and these dudes to let us know when that shit is dropping. Obviously, COVID came and fucked plans up, so we'll see what happens. I actually saw Greg at Black Lives Matter Plaza on Saturday, and so shout out to the whole museum crew, of course, friends of the show.
Yo, shout out to Greg and Mo, man. They've been
experience.
Absolutely.
They've been some traveling men on Instagram.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yo, they in the streets, man.
They're living their best life, man.
Of
Shout out to
course.
them. And obviously, we'll just keep things pushing. I mean, I think also in regards to DC, the A Ma Maniere Jordan 3 officially was unveiled, and raffle details were officially unveiled, and I'm 100% confident in saying there's no chance in hell that I'll get these. Okay,
No.
You try to get them.
I don't even care.
It's
I just
not
read
happening.
the details. I was just like, this shit ain't like. What are you doing, bro? Like this is.
Abdul got a pair.
No, I don't, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Just like Jerome said, I mean, I think it's a women's shoe. It's dope. First of all,
It's a women's shoe.
So the women,
I believe so, right?
Because there's a women's
and kids.
Well, like there's a women's raffle first, right? Like
I think because it's a women's shoe. No,
but there's two men's raffles though, so I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. But I just know that there's a women's raffle first.
Yeah, they're definitely catering to women getting them first.
Yes, they want women in, which I think is fantastic.
Yes,
really dope, right?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out. I mean, of course, this is already known, but the clearest picture of them was DJ Clark Kent.
Of course,
Clark Kent posted a picture.
Yes,
I was like, holy shit, dude. Right?
Clark Kent, can you get us some pairs, please? Just make that call, brother.
I was gonna say, what size does Clark wear?
Clark is a 13.
So for a women's shoe, it can't be a women's shoe.
It could be. Virgil's off-white 4s that were women's, they went up to like size 15.
Okay, word.
So
So all I know is that upon reading the, I was just like, yo, this shit is not happening, fam. Like,
yeah.
but it's very dope that they are catering to women first and foremost.
Is the raffle already closed?
I think the women's raffle started today, and then the men's raffle is, and so it goes women's raffle, men's raffle, Maniere website. That's how you.
That's how you don't get them.
It does suck that this store is here in Washington D.C. and we don't know anybody in there. Is that our fault?
Does anybody that work there from DC? Who are the kids
I
that
mean,
work? Like every
they
time
have
I've been
to
in
be.
there,
They have
every
to be.
time-
They have to be from this area.
I mean, I don't know. I know
Maybe the
kid-
manager might not be, but the kids that work, they have
All right,
to
let me-
be
let
from
me-
here.
let me-
They're
let me-
probably
let me-
just young.
Let me read this real quick.
Okay.
So women's early access. The launch will kick off on 4/14, which I believe is tomorrow, today.
Today it kicked off. Okay, Wednesday.
All right. So 4/14 to 4/17, strictly women.
I'm gonna
right?
tell my wife to go there and sign up
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, we'll be.
You got to go
Si-
there, or you can sign up on.
No,
the
you got to go there. You got to
Nah,
go there in person.
This one is for women only because they're literally talking about in-store government ID
Yeah.
and size entry confirmation check.
I'm gonna be like, go sign up for a size 10.5 women's.
Yo, make her wear some of your Air
No, no,
Force
no,
Ones
no.
up there, all big and
Hey,
shit.
listen, you have to set an appointment via their website.
This is terrible.
I'm trying to tell you, son. I read this shit and I was like, yo, there's no way. So this is just one. This is women's early access, all right?
Yeah.
Number 2, on the 16th, a general online raffle, 10 a.m. Eastern, to all who enter from the 16th to the 18th. You must first follow Maniere on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh my God.
And any entries will be entered at their website or one of their 2 websites. Then the draw will be limited to one person, confirmed profile and size. Then the third one, which is the collection, so they must have gear as well.
Oh, they
Okay.
got gear, yeah.
The complete collection will officially launch on the 21st, which is 1 week from today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Maniere.com and their other website. And they will have
What is the other website?
A Ma Maniere projects.com.
Oh man.
Stay
Okay.
connected to our channels for release reminders. So,
Man.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, I
Fuck
want
all that.
these sneakers, but going to that store, I've been there once since they reopened after COVID, and shout out to the whole crew that used to be in there before. My man Maul, T.O., Frank, the whole crew, Gabby, everybody. But I think they got a whole new set of staff in there, and they make you give up your ID when you get to the door, and they hold your ID and then give it back to you. Like, I just don't feel right about giving out my ID, man. Like, bro, I don't need you to know where the fuck I live at. Like, you holding,
For sure.
if you're just checking my name and my credentials that's one thing. But when you're holding on to it while I'm walking around the shop and you're looking at my home address and this, that, and the other, I just don't feel
Nah.
comfortable about that.
I'm not
And
doing
then on
that.
top of that, sometimes they don't give you your ID back. I was talking to my man Dre. Shout out to Dre the May. I was talking to him on the phone one day, and we're just chopping it up, and he's like, "Yo, hold on one second." He had another call, and he hopped over, and it was A Ma Maniere talking about, "Yo, you left your ID here." Nah, motherfucker, you forgot to give me my ID. I did not leave it there.
Right, you asked for it. How
Yeah,
did I
you
leave it?
asked for it. I didn't volunteer for you to have it, and then I forgot to give it back. You had a job to give it back. So then he had to turn back around and go there. It's just fucking annoying, man. So I don't understand what all these rules and regulations are for. I understand that they might have some issues with some theft. And listen, when you bring in a crew that nobody knows or knows a whole lot about, people are gonna come in and take advantage of things, man. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to play with, a lot at play in terms
Yeah.
of their location,
Yeah.
in terms of who you have working for you.
Yeah, but everybody has insurance, man. You don't need to go to those measures. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's also about being smart about things, right? So for me, like in 2021, if you're not smart enough to keep certain things on site, if it's not feasible, then just hold a raffle for everything, right? Invest in about that neighborhood, or what it used to be at least. Invest
Yeah.
in a top-notch security system, right? And at the same time, just be smart about how you move. You know what I'm saying? If I got product, I might not keep the shit in the store. If I'm gonna have 100 kids, I'm gonna just do a raffle. You know what I'm saying? Or I might just drop shit at random times so I don't have lines. Like
Well,
you got to be smart about how you do it. You know.
I think the theft that was occurring wasn't necessarily with sneakers, but I think kids were coming in there and grabbing Amiri and Dior clothes off the shelves and just walking out. Like, what's up?
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
And again, what I'm saying is, again, you got to be smart about how you staff things and just about what you keep in a certain view, and it's just there's different ways that you can do things.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And we've seen the theft thing is part of retail, regardless of where.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
But
Sure.
but having people in there that are recognizable in the streets and people respect when you're outside makes a difference.
Have you ever heard of anybody stealing from Supreme though?
I think they run a pretty tight ship over there.
Today, no. I haven't heard about anything like that happening these days, like in the last 10 years. Now they got like more than
Security
one
in there.
security
Yeah.
guards posted up. Like that's
Yeah.
and they also don't have a whole lot like outside.
They
What
got
are you
like
gonna grab?
one of each thing.
Yeah.
But if that's what it takes, though, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
for
what-
sure.
Like, and there's just a certain respect in there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever seen anybody try anything on a Supreme. They don't even want you to try shit on.
I don't
They
even think
want
they
you
have
to-
a dressing
All
room,
those kids
right?
know their size.
They don't even want you in there in the first place. They're
It's
like, what the
also
fuck are
like
you
a
doing here?
400 square foot place,
Well,
right?
that's
like,
the old place. I don't know. I haven't been to the new
okay,
place.
I haven't
The new
been to
place is big.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I've been
A
to
Ma
the-
Maniere is literally like 3 floors. So
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
They're doing too
It's a
much.
lot.
They're doing too much.
and then
where
I
they
also
are.
feel like I'm walking around the store getting followed by the owners. Like when I go to the basement to go look at sneakers, there's one fucking salesperson trailing me, like right on my footsteps, like right
Yeah.
there. Like almost I feel the energy on my back. Like, yo,
Yeah.
back the fuck up, son.
Relax, my G.
Yeah, relax. I'm in my 40s. I'm not taking anything, all right?
Right.
Good on that. Now listen,
Calm down.
There's somebody in his 40s. Episode 109, Fight the Power. There's somebody in his 40s who plays the game on his own. He lives by his own rules, his own code, he even has his own money. This person,
Where are we going?
everybody's one-time favorite singer, Usher Raymond.
Okay.
Usher Raymond was in the strip club in Atlanta,
Spending his own money.
spending his own money, but not just the
What do
money
you
that he
mean?
earned from being a singer.
No,
Money that
like-
actually
like
has his face on it. They're called
$100 bills with his face on it. 20s with his face on it.
Usher bucks.
Fake money.
Usher bucks.
Yeah, I think it's fake money. I mean, it's
So, yeah,
got to
of
be
course it's fake.
counterfeit
Yeah.
money.
There's no monetary value to the Usher bucks.
How is that not counterfeit though?
Oh yeah, so all the stories have now come to the light that Usher's been banned from about 17 stores across the country
For using fake
for using fake
Usher
money
bucks?
or stealing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stealing.
He's a klepto.
What's a klepto mean? Tell me.
Kleptomaniac means that he's like somebody who steals a lot. It's like the sickness.
Basically, he was walking into places. He'll chop it up with the people, and he'll be, all right, dog, I'm out, and just walk out with the jacket on.
That's kind of fire. I
That
kind
is
of
kinda
respect him. I like,
There was
yo,
multiple threads on Twitter.
that's hilarious.
I'm trying to get you guys the link. right
Usher's
now.
a wild dude. What's wrong with him?
I'm
He's
not
about
mad
to
at that.
No, I'm not either. There was a time in my life where I couldn't go into 7-Eleven without walking out with a piece
Like
of
stealing
candy.
something, yeah.
Something. Like, a convenience store somewhere, a gas station. Like I had to walk out with something that didn't belong to me.
Yeah, but a $2,000 hoodie.
No, I'm
Oh.
not. I'm not that. I'm not Usher. But
Look at the Instagram. I mean, look at the group chat on you guys' phone if you get a second. What's a podcast? Episode
that
109.
is hilarious. What
if
is
you- if
Usher
you-
doing?
If you've seen anything about this, if you heard about it, please leave a comment. Maybe you were.
Yo,
in the store
the
when he
money
took the
looks
hoodie.
crazy too.
The money looks incredible.
I wonder if the government could come after him for making
Uh,
fake money and passing it off as it's real.
I mean, I would say
They
this
have
is.
to.
I mean, I would say they have to. Yeah, I mean,
I saw this headline and I actually thought that Usher was doing like some sort of like cryptocurrency, and I thought maybe that's what he was giving out or something like that. But this is just like coming to America money. This shit is fake as fuck.
Speaking of crypto, I hope you guys got your.
No.
hope you guys got your
I got nothing.
Coinbase or you got your Dogecoin because they
No.
were crazy.
I got nothing.
My
Same.
Doge-
I got the wrong crypto. My shit is not doing anything. I got like
Yo,
Ethereum or whatever the fuck that
Nah, I
shit
mean,
is.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Nah, but the shit you name it, the Doji coin or whatever the fuck, that shit is out of here.
I'm in there. You can still buy it though. It's cheap.
I thought it's over. Like,
Nah, you can still buy it.
I also don't have a lot of money to put on in
It's
all
not.
this shit.
It's
Like,
literally 12 cents.
what?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, but yeah, it's 12 cents. But see, when people first bought it, like when I first bought it, it was 4 cents. So like my shit looks insane right now.
What?
Yeah.
What's
Got it.
what's
How
their
much was it?
little,
4 cents? What'd you say?
It was
Doji
4
coin?
cents. Yeah,
I see it.
DOGE coin. It was 4 cents when I bought it, but now it's up 12 cents. So if you bought a lot of shares when it was 4, that shit looks phenomenal now.
Yeah.
So I should buy some.
Yeah.
How much should I do? Like $100? $200?
I don't go that hard. You can literally buy like $10 at a time, just so you can pay. You know what I mean? Just so you're not like worried.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I say
So
go for 100. Fuck it.
This will be the time to do it. Like when 100, like that's a pair of sneakers, like a pair of nice little
I mean, listen. It's all-
Converse Chuck Taylors.
I do $5-6 at a time.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a week just to kind of stay on top. If it's
Oh,
if
you
it's-
can do that. You just throw
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I'm new to this game, man. I gotta step my game up,
You
man.
can buy whenever you want.
Yeah.
As long as the
That's think
market's
about it.
open.
It's open all the time because it's not stock. It's crypto.
It's crypto.
True,
So you can buy it. It's open all the time. So last night when it was going crazy,
Yeah.
like people, and that's why I kept going crazy because people kept buying.
Wow.
It's about $5, $10.
Yeah.
Okay, Monday. Okay, let me look again on Wednesday. Boom. Thursday looks good. Okay, cool. Let me look Saturday afternoon, and obviously we saw where. So I know that Coinbase.
Is that the company Nas?
Coinbase is a wallet. It's a crypto wallet. So all of your cryptocurrency would be held in Coinbase. So your portfolios.
What do you use to do all these transactions? Like, what app are you using?
I'm gonna tell you off the.
Okay.
You know what I mean, but I use Coinbase for some.
Is that an
use
app?
Coinbase? No, it's a wallet. So when you buy all your like crypto and your
Yeah.
Ethereum, where you
Yeah.
want to keep them,
Yeah.
you keep them in your wallet. So you put them in Coinbase. So
Interesting.
Coinbase,
Okay.
obviously, a lot of people heard about Nas's
He was on the cover of
That's-
Yahoo News.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant just as well. Kevin Durant got in when it was 1.6 billion valuation. He helped push it to a 1.6 billion dollar valuation. Them niggas about to cake off crazy.
They said Nas is gonna net 100 mil. Net means what you take home, right?
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Because gross
after-
is what you
after
make.
taxes,
yeah, net
yeah.
is after taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Sheesh.
lick.
He's about to
Man,
dude.
Nas is the greatest at everything, man.
I mean,
Let's-
Nas' business portfolio is
Is Queensbridge portfolio? Queensbridge Funds, I
Yeah.
think is the name of his
Hey.
venture capitalist fund.
his great grandkids about to be good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's really setting. And like I mean, Nas's personality already is very kind of low key. You know what I'm saying? So that helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That helps. That
Pretty humble.
I think he got in on like either Uber or DoorDash really early too. Like
Both of those, I think, actually.
yeah, he got in on something. I'm just like
Lyft or Uber, it was one of them.
one of them. I think it was Lyft. Matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah.
But sound investment advisement is to read all this stuff as much as you can. You know, playing the market. The market was super high a month ago, and then it dipped something crazy. You know what I mean? So you got to pay attention if that's your game. Obviously, buy low, sell high, and you know what I'm saying. Like you'll see positive returns.
I was just listening to a podcast with an interview with Anthony Saleh, who's Nas's manager, and he became Nas was his first client. He was like 20 or 21 years old.
That's sick. Good for him.
And really, I don't want to say he really changed the trajectory of Nas's finances, but once he came into Nas's life, I feel like all these outside investment things really started happening. I think just because he's that type of person.
How did he get the Nas link though?
He knew somebody. He worked for some sort of company that worked with musical artists, and he was working with Troy Carter, who I think is a very well-known manager to
He's
some
a
artists.
pop manager, I believe.
Yeah.
He was also Eve's manager. and so he used to work for him and started there when he was like, I think he might have still been in high school, and by the time he was out of high school, he was kind of like Troy Carter's next in command, like running the office, firing and hiring people and all these things. And at some point, he just decided to venture out on his own. He met Nas through somebody and suggested a world tour and sold him on the world tour.
Lady Gaga. That's where I knew his name.
Troy Carter is Lady
Yeah,
Gaga's manager? Okay.
He was her manager when she was tremendous. I'm sorry, go ahead though.
Oh, so he's getting it.
So that's how he met Nas and became his manager. He was just so persistent in selling this idea of his on a tour, a world tour for Nas, that Nas was just like, yo, this dude, man, he's so persistent, but I really
He's so
fuck with his
passionate.
but I really like his idea and decided to give him a shot. And he's now, I believe, Future's manager, Nas, and a few other people as well, man. But the dude is a sharp dude. He's super young. Maybe he's not that young anymore, but he's like in his mid-30s. He's not old at all.
That's young.
Yeah, it's young. But I'm saying he started like when he was in his barely like 21 or 22 years old. And I think he's become Nas's partner in all these things. Like that Queensbridge Fund is he's a partner in that, and a lot of these ideas financially where Nas has invested in a lot of these companies and Sweet Chick Life and all these restaurants and all these endeavors, I think are partly because of his advice. So I'm not saying Nas doesn't come up with this shit on his own too. I'm sure he's there, but he has good people around him that make solid decisions for him too.
Yeah.
So that's tight. Yeah. So I liked his story, and he's a Los Angeles native, and it's dope to hear young black men telling their story like that.
I'm not gonna front, man. That LA is where it's at in terms of the music.
Just getting
and
shit, make it
entertainment.
happen.
Oh, man, it's really out
Yeah.
there. I mean, it's
Should we move?
It's closer to Arizona.
it's out there. It's popping. You know what? I'm not gonna lie though, man. I spent a lot of time in the suburbs this past week. I was in Arlington, that area on Saturday, and then I was in Gaithersburg Monday, and man, the burbs are popping. The burbs look.
What do you mean popping? What does that mean?
The burbs look like the city. All the
Nah.
apartments look the same. There's more land, more resources. The burbs
I don't
are
need
kinda,
the land. I don't want to be in the
burbs are
burbs.
kind of popping.
Nah.
I mean, I'm returning eventually. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
good.
gonna happen.
You're returning to the burbs eventually?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely, for sure.
You're
I'm
not.
good on the burbs.
Trust me, I'm going back, bro. I was
All right.
You going back to Arizona?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah,
You can wear
Okay.
your Ralph Lauren Team USA apparel there.
I might be good on that. I might be good on that.
Did y'all see that? For the upcoming Olympics,
I'm good
Ralph
on it.
Lauren put out the Team USA clothes.
Should
There's
they
only one
even
piece that I
have-
really like, but
Should
it's
they
just way
even
too
have
expensive.
the Olympics though? Like, should they?
It's
even have
happening.
the-
It's happening
I know,
this year.
yeah, I know. I understand that, but should they have it? Is what I'm
Yes,
Uh,
I think so. Are
With
they going to
fans?
have people there though?
I don't think they're having people there.
Yeah, they should have it then.
Yeah, if they're not having people, fuck it.
Yeah, they should have it. I would like to see. I miss the track and field events.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. The 100-meter dash, the 4x100. You all never got excited for that?
Yeah.
No.
I did. I did.
I like watching
Maybe
the
it's
Olympics.
in West Africa growing up, and you can ask any West African person this. There's two sports that everybody checks for: football, which is soccer, of course, and track and field are the two most important sports in all of West Africa.
Yeah.
So growing up, really being into track and field, and even competitions within our high schools and secondary schools, which they call the intersect relays and sporting events, were very, very, very important. They were almost like I'm trying to compare it to maybe like high school football championships or basketball championships for you
Yeah.
all. It was like a really, really big deal. So yeah, track and field has always been a big part of my life. So yeah, maybe it's because of that. But you never got excited watching Usain Bolt or Carl Lewis or all these fucks. Like when you were like a
No.
little kid?
All I cared about was basketball.
Okay. All right.
And the basketball game would come on at 4 in the morning. Like that shit never made sense to me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just don't feel like the world's in a place where they should be having. I mean, to me, the Olympics was all about celebration, and there's so much going on in the world.
I mean, it might keep people in the fucking house watching it.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I'm
But more
excited
so,
for
like,
track and field, man.
let's
I like that
deal
shit.
more so like let's deal with the actual problems going on in the world before we host international competition to celebrate. Like, what the fuck are we celebrating? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much crazy shit happening everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? And I get that we want to try to uplift spirits, Corona, et cetera, but bro, like, you know what I'm saying? If you take off another year, give the world a chance to like get back to where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just this is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen regardless. 7/23/21
Yeah.
is the opening.
No, I see your
ceremony.
point. I also see the point of these athletes who have worked so hard to try to get to that level where they can represent their country. Like representing your country has to be an amazing feeling, right? So
Fuck yeah.
I think even for their sakes, just because this was supposed to happen last year, the world was in a terrible position last year. It could not happen, but maybe this year, let's give it a shot. Especially if it's just athletes there, like the risk of even like in a few months, they should. I think every athlete should be required to be vaccinated, so the risk gets lower and lower. So.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think you can make
I'm
people
excited.
get vaccinated.
No, you can't do that.
I think
don't
that's
think
gonna
so.
As
be
an
the way
athlete, maybe
Nah.
what if it becomes your country's rule? Like, in order to represent my country or this nation, you have to get vaccinated.
I think that's going to be the way.
Then it's your
the
choice.
world moving forward, though. No, because colleges are requiring students to get vaccinated to come back.
If you
want
to come back,
Just
yeah,
to attend school, yeah.
yeah.
So it was something else that I just saw recently that was like, yo, you have to be vaccinated. So the colleges are making the students, and then so my school is requiring that all the staff gets vaccinated by May 31st for
Yeah.
the upcoming school.
What do you mean
year.
your
For
school?
fall,
So
his
Hampton-
daughter's school. Oh,
No,
you're talking about Hampton. Okay.
Hampton is requiring all of the staff to be vaccinated by May 31st in order to be straight for September
Fall.
when the kids return.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how about your kids' school? Are they making all the staff and teachers and faculty get vaccinated before they go back to
I think
school?
they all got vaccinated.
they
or they're
did.
One shot down.
I just got a email saying they're looking to be back 100% in the fall.
You guys are
Schools.
excited.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna have that 3-foot social distance law, and they're actually talking about adding some trailers and stuff like that in the parking lot to make more space for the overflow of the classes because they need to have kids separated out. So if you had 20 kids in a class, but the classroom is not big enough to fit 20 kids because you need that 3 feet in between desks, they're going to have the overflow in these portable trailers outside on the grounds. So
Yep.
I'm not
they're doing all
excited.
that. You're not? I am.
I don't want my kid to go back.
I'm ready. I'm ready for them.
When she's 4 feet away from me at all times.
Yeah, but she has to interact with kids her age,
Listen,
dog.
I'm,
you
She
asked
can't
I'm
just
ready
interact
for her
with
to
you.
go back.
I said I'm not excited. I didn't say she
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
excited.
Okay,
I just said
yeah.
I'm not excited, right?
Yeah.
Just because that's my dog. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, of course.
So we'll see. You know what I mean? It's gonna be emotional for me. I don't even want to
Yeah.
start thinking about that actually. But I know that we things are gonna change. Things are gonna move forward, right? I DJ'd this past weekend, Saturday night. I DJ'd at the Eaton Hotel here in DC.
I missed that.
Good time.
Yeah, that
Good
shit was
time.
fire.
It was a good time, bro. Good
Yeah.
time. And so I know that moving forward, they're gonna try to. I was basically downstairs in the radio station. The people were upstairs.
Oh, that
Are
gotta
you-
suck though.
Nah,
Nah.
because, nah.
Caught a vibe, man. It was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
I know that we're trying to work something out. I think May 1st is the big time in DC where they, we're gonna find out what's good. They're supposed to make another announcement, so we'll see what the.
They're saying like outdoor DJ or outdoor live music, right?
Yeah, close outdoor, close enough to the restaurant. It's something like that. That's the wording. So in terms of when things are going to open, who knows? Because Vegas May 1st goes through one sort of phase, and then June 1st Vegas is 100% back.
I guess so. We'll see. We'll see how the spikes look. You know, what I mean, if shit
Yeah.
starts going bananas, then
I mean,
you know.
DC's done a good job. I think when you reopen, a spike is inevitable, and I think a spike is inevitable in the summertime as much too because people are gonna start moving.
I also
around.
feel like a lot of people in DC are getting vaccinated too, like just like around
Yeah.
this
Oh,
area
yeah.
specifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People not fucking around. They're getting
Yeah.
that vaccine.
So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. At this point in the show, episode 109, we're gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Man, I am obviously Snowfall is becoming a very big part of my life. In the last 7 or 8 weeks, the new season started. All caught up. I'm actually going to watch tonight's episode after we're done taping here. It's getting real on that show, man. It's I don't want to give too much of it away. Obviously, you guys don't watch it. I think both of you should. I think you would love it. But we're getting close to the end of the season, and the shit is about to hit the fan. So Franklin Saint is on his gangster shit right now.
I just read a comment right now. It seems like tonight's episode is
Oh,
incredible.
okay,
Oh,
all
I
right.
didn't
Don't
sound
say
it
it.
yet.
Yeah. Another show that's starting back up, I believe, next week. Godfather Harlem,
Ooh,
season
that's
2.
fire.
Yeah, April 18th, season 2 kicks off. What's my man's name?
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker is in it. Very, very, very well written show. If you haven't seen season 1, go watch it. I'm actually going to start season 1 and just to rewatch the first season and get caught up on it again, so I can be ready for season 2. City on a Hill is another show I'm watching. The second season just started like about 3 weeks ago. But I started to watch it and I realized I'd forgotten everything that had happened in season 1. So I started season 1 again. 10 episodes. I started it 2 days ago. I'm on episode 9. And so I've been watching quite a bit of TV, man. Another show that I started to watch that started 2 weeks ago, Law and Order, Organized Crime. If you guys are familiar with the Law and Order series, you know Special Victims Unit, which had Elliot Stabler in it, and the chick in it, Mariska Hargitay. Anyway, Stabler is back. He has his own spin-off of Law and Order, and they had the first episode was 2 weeks ago, and they tied it in with Special Victims Unit. I was super excited about it coming back. And I barely got through the first episode. While I loved Stabler's presence on that show, the writing just did not seem right to me. And that woman, man, Mariska Hargitay, I forget her character's name on Law and Order, is just fucking so annoying. Like, she's like Karen in a police uniform. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything has to go her way. Like, she gets annoyed over the smallest things. Like, fuck out of here. I don't want to see that shit, man. I used to love that show. I think she ruined it for me. So I don't know if I'm going to go back, to be honest. But I'm going to give Organized Crime another shot. I want to see Stabler again and maybe watch that spin-off. But I'm done with Special Victims Unit. So let me know how y'all feel, if you agree with me, or a lot of people obviously love Special Victims Unit. They're probably going to shit on me because of this. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's all I got.
Real quick, did anybody see these New Balance 5740s in the gray colorway?
I fuck with those.
Damn, those are fire.
Y'all not
Nah.
getting them at the shop though.
You already said we're not getting them?
Yeah, I already hit him up.
Oh, man.
He said the other two sat too long, so he didn't order them.
Oh, well, we weren't even open, though, right?
Exactly. But
Oh,
online they sat, I guess.
'Cause they were in
These
a bunch
ones
of
with the
stores.
crazy looking N on the side?
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
rad.
but
I don't know, man.
I'll show you. They're fire. The gray ones, they look good in that gray
I'm looking
color.
at the gray one right now. It
They
kind
look
of
good.
it reminds me of like the Yeezy Wave Runner a little bit kind of vibe.
I don't know.
them
You
things-
think so?
Them things
I don't know.
crack, bro. Right pair of
Yeah?
sweats.
These right here,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, those are it.
them shits is fire.
Yeah.
I'll just get a 1500 regular joint.
Where are you gonna find 1500s at? Find me.
I'll find it. I'll find us a pair.
The
What's
regular one?
podcast?
Yeah.
What's the podcast? Episode 109, Fight the Power. It's been fantastic. I think we knocked out everything.
Ramadan Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there, man. Be safe out there, of course.
Everybody, yeah, be safe.
Wear a
be
mask,
smart.
even if you're vaccinated.
Listen, I'm still double masking. I'm vaccinated.
You have
know
to.
What I'm saying? Yeah. My mother texted me tonight and said, Jerome, it's beautiful outside. It's 86 degrees. I said, Mom, you wouldn't let me come home this week. And she stopped texting me after that. So I think like she forgot. So nevertheless, I love my mother. She's an angel.
Shout out to Kellen, friend
Yeah,
of the
no
show.
doubt.
Kellen got to call in one of these days, man. We got to chop it up with,
If he's
with
not
the
at work,
brother.
he's at work, though. I talked to him earlier today. He's
This
at work,
late?
so- It's only 8
Oh,
o'clock.
that's true.
It's only 8 o'clock.
We'll find a time. We might have to do
And-
that. Might have to be for the Patreon.
Patreon.
Ooh,
For the Patreon.
yeah. We'll have
What's
Kellen on the
podcast,
show for
episode
the
109.
Patreon.
Shout out to my man, always available, hashtag She Wear Eddie.
Yo, peace.
Shout out to my man, Don't Charge Abdul.
Be safe out there, man. Get us some
Jerome Baker's
sneakers. We
third.
need those A Ma Maniere threes.
Fight the power. We need the threes, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.
One.